everyone, welcome to my channel Indian Spotlight. Earlier we made so many videos on grammar and literature. Right now we are going to discuss about figures of speech that are widely used in English prose and poetry, particularly if we are talking about literature section starting from class 8 to class 12. So in this video we are going to deal with all the aspects of using figure of speech and how to use them in a proper sentences with some examples. And today in this video we are going to cover what is figure of speech, what are the types of figure of speech, how can you use them with some examples, and particularly the first foremost 10 examples, 10 figure of speech we are going to discuss by the namely simile, metaphor, personification, alliteration, antithesis, oxymoron, enjambment, and many more things. So let's continue. That there are two types of language. Let us understand the difference and definition of literal as well as figurative language. Literal language, the actual dictionary meaning of a word, language that means what it appears to mean. What does it mean? This sentence means that without the help of dictionary or without using our own conscious brain, we can relate what does the writer want to say with the help of a sentence. Now on the other hand, language that goes beyond the normal meaning of the word used, that is called figurative language. In figurative language, a hidden meaning would be there that would be completely different from the literal meaning. Means seeing, we cannot tell what the writer wants to convey with the help of that kind of sentences. So the difference is very clear to all. Literal means seeing we can tell what is the meaning. Figurative, seeing we cannot say the same what does the writer wants to mean. With the help of some example, let us understand. Number 1, the weather is very beautiful today. Number 2, the great battle of Palsy was fought in 1757. In both the sentences, if we read, we can understand what they tried to convey. अगर हम लोग इसको पढ़े तो समझ में आ जाता है कि बोलना क्या चाहते हैं राइटर. नो हिडन मीनिंग इज देयर, इसमें कोई हिडन मीनिंग भी नहीं है. सो दीज आर द एग्जाम्पल्स ऑफ लिटरल लैंग्वेज. आगे बढ़ते हैं. एग्जाम्पल्स ऑफ फिगरेटिव लैंग्वेज. As we have already discussed the concept of figurative language, so let us understand it more effectively with the help of an example. One more example is there, that fragrance always stays in the hand that gives the rose. The actual meaning is that giving something to others is gracious and the good feelings of giving always with you. Means if you donate something to other people, then you will be treated as a gracious person, as well as you will also get a satisfaction in your inner heart that would help you to help other people also. So that is the inner meaning. So I think that seeing that sentence, many of us are not able to understand. That is the characteristic feature of figurative language. Now there are many figure of speech that are widely used in English literature. I call them alliteration, anaphora, antithesis, apostrophe, assonance, chiasms, euphemism, hyperbole, irony, litos, metaphor, metonymy, onomatopoeia, oxymoron, paradox, personification, pun, simile, synecdoche, understatement. So today in this video we will discuss only 10 figures of speech. Later on in other parts we will cover the rest of figure of speech. Now if you understand the types, primarily figures of speech are divided into 4 types. figures based on construction, figures based on resemblance, figure based on association, and figure based on contrast. The first example of figure of speech is of simile. So simile is a figure of speech that expresses a resemblance between things of different kinds, usually formed with like or as. सिमिली इसको हिंदी में बोलते हैं उपमा, जहाँ पे एक कंपैरिजन होता है दो डिफरेंट चीज़ों के बीच। इसमें क्या होता है कि ए वाला सेंटेंस में लाइक और एज का यूज़ किया जाता है, जिसको देख के रीडर्स को सही अंदाज़ा लग जाता है कि इस सेंटेंस में सिमिली का यूज़ किया गया। बट इनडायरेक्टली विद द हेल्प ऑफ लाइक एंड एज, द राइटर्स वांट्स टू कंपेयर टू डिफरेंट थिंग्स। विभिन्न प्रकार की चीज़ों के बीच एक समानता व्यक्त करने वाला भाषण का एक आंकड़ा इसको हम लोग बोलते हैं उपमा। नाउ लेट अस अंडरस्टैंड with the help of some examples. Our soldiers are as brave as lions. Here the soldiers are compared with lions and the point of comparison is their bravery. Her cheeks are red as a rose. Here her cheeks are compared with rose and the point of comparison is the red color or the redness. He is as funny as a monkey. Here he, the person, is compared with a monkey, एक बंदर के साथ, and the point of comparison is their funny attitude. Number 4, the well water was as dry as a bone. Well water के साथ bone का compare किया गया and the comparison is done with the help of quality, that is the dryness. And at last he is cunning as a fox. वो एक लोमड़ी की तरह चालाक हैं। तो इसमें he is compared with a fox, एक लोमड़ी के साथ, and the point of comparison is his cleverness. I hope that you understood the concept of simile very well with the help of definition as well as explanation with the help of these examples. सेकेंड फिगर ऑफ स्पीच इज मेटाफोर। हिंदी में इसको बोलते हैं रूपक। अ मेटाफोर इज अ वर्ड और फ्रेज दैट इज यूज्ड टू मेक अ कंपैरिजन बिटवीन टू थिंग्स. दे कैन बी वेरी यूजफुल एंड वी यूज देम all the time in daily conversation and do not know when we are using the metaphors. तो मेटाफोर क्या होता है? मेटाफोर भी एक तरह के कंपैरिजन ही होता है, बट दैट कंपैरिजन इज कॉल्ड इनडायरेक्ट कंपैरिजन. हम लोगों को देख के समझ आ जाता है कि इसमें सिमिली का यूज़ किया गया है लाइक और एज को देखकर, बट देयर इज़ नो अपॉर्चुनिटी टू फाइंड आउट वेयर मेटाफोर आर यूज्ड. एंड इसको हम लोग हमारे डेली कन्वर्सेशन में भी बहुत बार यूज़ करते हैं बिना जान के. एग्जाम्पल से समझ लेते हैं. Laughter is the music of the soul. Here, laughter is called or compared with music. America is a melting pot. America is compared with melting pot. Her lovely voice was music to his ears. Here, her lovely voice is compared with music. The world is a stage. Here, the world is compared with a stage. My kids' room is a disaster area. Here the kids room is compared with a disastrous area. To know the difference between metaphor and simile. Now if I read Mike is like a teddy bear and Mike is as soft as a teddy bear, where you can find in both the sentences Mike is directly compared with the help of like in the first sentence and as in the second sentence with a teddy bear, but we are not able to find out that there is a comparison in the third sentence because the third sentence is written as Mike is a teddy bear. Here Mike is indirectly compared with a teddy bear and the Similar example we can give if we say he is a computer, means here the person he is compared with a computer, and the point of comparison it may be the good qualities that a computer possesses or the soft skills, like that. Now third figure of speech is पर्सनिफिकेशन. पर्सनिफिकेशन इसका मतलब हिंदी में होता है कि मनुष्य गुणारोप, मतलब कोई भी ह्यूमन एट्रीब्यूट्स किसी को ऑब्जेक्ट, नॉन लिविंग ऑब्जेक्ट को देना. पर्सनिफिकेशन इज द एट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ ह्यूमन कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स टू थिंग्स, एब्स्ट्रैक्ट आइडियाज एटसेट्रा फॉर लिटरली और आर्टिस्टिक इफेक्ट. आर्टिस्टिक और लिटरल इफेक्ट बनाने के लिए कोई भी नॉन लिविंग ऑब्जेक्ट को एक ह्यूमन शेप देना, इसको ही बोलते हैं पर्सनिफिकेशन. नाम से ही पता चलता है कि पर्सनिफिकेशन मीन्स टू एम्फेसिस और टू गिव द क्वालिटीज ऑफ ह्यूमन बींग्स. एग्जाम्पल, लाइटनिंग डांस्ड अक्रॉस द स्काई. लाइटनिंग दैट इज एन इनएनिमेट ऑब्जेक्ट that is given the attributes of human being, just as a human being used to dance. Similarly, lightning is also dancing across the sky. The wind howled in the night. Howled here refers to, we can say that the barking of a dog, just like that. So here the wind is given the attributes of a dog. The car complained as the key was roughly turned in its ignition. Here the car complained, as if the human beings used to complain about the things that they are not able to get. Similarly, here the car that is an inanimate object, that is a non-living object, is also complaining. The door protested as it opened slowly. Here the door used to protest, that is also personification. Similarly, the last one, my house is a friend who protects me. Here the house is given the attributes of a human being and treated as a friend who every time protects the person who is living inside the house. Next, our topic of discussion is the fourth figure of speech that we are going to cover in this video, that is alliteration. Alliteration refers to the occurrence of the same letter or sound at the beginning of adjacent or closely connected words. इसका मतलब यही होता है कि एक सेंटेंस के अंदर कोई कॉन्सोनेंट लेटर या साउंड अगर रिपीटेडली उसको यूज़ किया जा रहा है तो उसी को हम बोलते हैं कि एलिटरेशन का एग्जाम्पल है, वो सेंटेंस, वो लेटर, वो वर्ड्स. तो देन come and clean the chaos in our closet. Here you can see that the C letter consonant sound is repeated here. Gary grumpily gathered the garbage. Here G letter is repeatedly as a whole in this sentence. Similarly, she sells. Here the same sound is repeated. S sound is repeated throughout the sentence. If you are common examples of alliteration in our daily life, we notice alliterations in the name of different companies. Why they are using it? Because it makes the name of a company very attractive, very catchy and easy to memorize. Here are several common alliteration examples which are used by the naming of a company. PayPal. PayPal is a online money transfer company. Best Buy, that is used for shopping purpose. Coca-Cola, that is soft drinks. LifeLock, that is a company that provides computer security. Park Place, residential project maker. And American Airlines, that is a transportation in the field of airlines. Now the fifth figure of speech that we are going to discuss, that is antithesis. एंटीथीसिस इसको हिंदी में बोलते हैं प्रतिपक्षता। एंटीथेसिस इज द जक्सटापोजिशन ऑफ contrasting ideas, phrases or words so as to produce an effect of balance in a literature। लिटरेचर को, एक सेंटेंस को और भी बैलेंसिंग बनाने के लिए एंटीथेसिस का इस्तेमाल किया जाता है, जहाँ पर कोई आइडिया, कोई फ्रेज, कोई वर्ड एक दूसरे के बीच में कॉमा देके एक को सेपरेट किया जाता है। मैन पॉजेज, गॉड disposes। You can see the first part is defining something else and the second part is the opposite one or contrasting idea। Love is an ideal thing, marriage is a real thing। That is one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind। To err is human, to forgive divine। United we stand, divided we fall। एंटीथेसिस हर एक सेंटेंस में यूज़ किया गया है, ऊपर के पाँचों के पाँच। तो इसमें देखने वाली ये बात है कि जो फ्रेजेस और वर्ड्स और आइडियाज़ की हम लोग बात कर रहे हैं, उसी के बीच में एक कॉमा देके उसको सेपरेट किया गया है। नेक्स्ट, ऑनोमाटोपिया। ऑनोमाटोपिया इज अ क्रिएटेड साउंड इफेक्ट दैट मिमिक्स द थिंग्स डिस्क्राइब्ड, making the description more expressive and interesting। So onomatopoeia is a figure of speech that is related to sound effect। इस साउंड इफेक्ट को क्यों यूज़ किया गया है? इसको और भी एक्सप्रेसिव और इंटरेस्टिंग बनाने के लिए। कोई भी बज, जैसे कि साउंड, क्रॉलिंग, ऑल दिस आर एग्जाम्पल्स ऑफ onomatopoeia। नाउ लेट अस अंडरस्टैंड with the examples। The flood water gushed through the town। Gushed means sudden flow। The owl hooted in the tree। Hooted means making a loud noise। At night the wind was howling in the darkness। Howling means the things or the sound that has been made by the dog's family। My teeth chattered as I stood in the snow। Chattered here refers to the sound of something to utter when we talk rapidly। The corn went pop in the microwave। Here pop refers to make or a burst like sound। The leaves crunched under my feet as I walked through the woods। Here crunched means whenever we eat something, then it also makes a sound that is called crunch। And at last, beep, the car horn beeped loudly। Here beeped sound refers to the horn। So all the yellow color words, they are symbolizing a sound effect। ऑक्सीमोरन। ऑक्सीमोरन इसका मतलब होता है विरोधाभास। ऑक्सीमोरन इज अ फिगर ऑफ स्पीच इन विच टू अपोजिट आइडियाज आर जॉइंड टू क्रिएट एन इफेक्ट। द कॉमन ऑक्सीमोरन फ्रेज इज अ कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ एन एडजेक्टिव प्रोसीडेड बाय अ नाउन विथ कंट्रास्टिंग मीनिंग सच एज क्रूअल काइंडनेस और लिविंग डेथ। ऑक्सीमोरन में क्या होता है? ऑक्सीमोरन में दो अपोजिट आइडियाज़ और वर्ड्स रहता है, लेकिन उसमें कोई फुल स्टॉप या कोई कॉमा नहीं रहता। तो यही है डिफरेंस बिटवीन एंटीथेसिस एंड ऑक्सीमोरन। ऑक्सीमोरन में नॉर्मल सी वर्ड्स लिखा रहता है, अपोजिट वर्ड्स साइड बाय साइड। फॉर एग्जांपल, बिग बेबी, ओपन सिगरेट, पैसिव एग्रेसिव, ओरिजिनल कॉपी, अलोन टुगेदर, डिफेनिंग साइलेंस, क्लियरली कंफ्यूज्ड, लिविंग डेड। इसमें whatever examples I have told right now, it shows whenever they are used in a sentence in literature, then they will suggest an example of oxymoron। Hyperbole refers to the exaggerated statement that are not meant to be taken literally। इसका लिटरेचर में कोई अर्थ नहीं होता, केवल सेंटेंस को थोड़ा सा ऊपर उठाने के लिए, एक्सप्रेशन को थोड़ा सा मोटिवेट करने के लिए और थोड़ा सा लिरिकल कंसेप्ट लाने के लिए इसको यूज़ किया जाता है कि जैसे कि रीडर्स को ये चीज़ पसंद आए और लगे कि हाँ ये एक एग्जैगरेटेड स्टेटमेंट है, बहुत ज़्यादा इसके बारे में कुछ बोल दिया। देखते हैं एग्जाम्पल के थ्रू। आई हैव टोल्ड यू टू क्लीन योर रूम अ मिलियंस टाइम। अ मिलियंस टाइम अ पर्सन इज नेवर कॉलिंग टू क्लीन अ रूम, सो दैट इज exaggerated statement. It was so cold I saw polar bears wearing hats and jackets. Here the writer is talking about the polar bears, they are wearing hats and jackets. That is also unthinkable. I am so hungry I could eat a horse. So the person who is speaking these words is feeling very much hungry, and as a result he can even horse eat a horse. I have a millions things to do today. So millions things is a exaggerated statement. He is running faster than the wind. So for a person it is not possible to run after the or run faster than the wind. This bag weighs a ton. How can a bag weight a ton? That is exaggerated and false statement. That man is as tall as a house. Definitely the height of a person it can be maximum up to 7 feet, but a house is more than 7 feet. So a person, if a man is comparing his tall attitude and his height with a house, then definitely he is doing some kind of exaggerated statement. He is telling something that is not acceptable to the readers. Now synecdoche. It is a figure of speech in which a part is made to represent the whole or vice versa. What does it mean? हम लोग इसको एक पार्ट को बोल देते हैं और समझ जाते हैं कि इसको होल को समझने के लिए। मीन्स हेयर इन synecdoche a part is used for the whole, for representing the whole. Example, India won the toss in the first ODI. India won the toss. Here not the India. Here the Indian players or who played for India. So here with the help of India we are representing Indian players. The White House is fighting against COVID-19. So White House, that is the headquarter of United States of America and their government. So that is the presidential house. So we can see that a White House representing the bureaucratics of America. Check out my new wheels. My new wheels is suggesting the car that the man has purchased. I have 4 mouths to feed at home. Here fourth mouth refers to 4 people. So four mouths, here we can find that 4 out is a part, while the person is wants to talk about the 4 person that he had at home. And the last figure of speech that we are going to cover in this video, that is enjambment. The continuation of a sentence without a pause beyond the end of a line, couplet or stanza. ये एक ऐसा figure of speech है that can be only used in poetry, because here the continuation of a line is done in the next line also without using any kind of punctuation mark. For example, I am feeling rather sleepy, but I really don't know why. I guess it is the way the day has spun out of control. Here you can see that in the first sentence, but after that there is a continuation, and after I guess it there is a continuation in the third line. So that is called enjambment. So I hope that these 10 concept of figures of speech you have understood, as I have explained it to some extent in Hindi. If you have not subscribed the channel yet, Please do the needful things. Share the link with your friends, relatives, those who are studying in schools. Thanks for watching the video.